low-income skills. These are skills that have a very low bar for entry, which means just about anyone can obtain them with only a couple of weeks or even days of training. These skills include jobs like flipping burgers at McDonald's, cleaning as a janitor, being a waiter, or even doing simple paperwork as a secretary. And because these skills are so easy to develop, the pay is usually very low. Most people working low-income skill jobs get paid minimum wage or just slightly above it. They make anywhere from $8 to $25 per hour. Now, the next type of skill is what I like to call medium income skills. These are skills that have a much higher bar for entry. In most cases, in order to obtain a medium income skill, you would need to get a college degree. This includes jobs like being a doctor, an engineer, a mechanic, or even an investment banker. In order to get jobs like these, you need to take a certain amount of academic steps. It requires years of going to school and jumping through hoops before you can work in any of these occupations. And because of this, the pay for these jobs are much higher than the pay for low-income skilled jobs. People who work medium-income skilled jobs usually make anywhere from $30 to $100 per hour. Finally, there's what's called high-income skills. These are skills that very few people have. Their defining factor is the fact that they are never taught in school or university, so the general public does not know about them. And because so little people have these skills, you can charge extraordinary amounts for your services. People with high income skills can make anywhere from $150 per hour to $10,000 per hour, and there are even some rare cases where people make much more than that. Some examples of high income skills are consulting, public speaking, and copywriting. Basically, if you're an expert in a skill that's very rare and can provide value for others, that's a high income skill. Now, I know it sounds kind of complicated, so I'm going to give you an example. One of my high income skills is YouTube consulting. I've been able to grow a channel to about 1 million followers in what's considered to be a very short amount of time, with a relatively small amount of videos. On top of that, I've worked with numerous channels in the past who exploded right after my consultation. They see a growth of anywhere from 5x to 10x their channel size in just a couple of months. And because I have this track record, because I know how to grow a YouTube channel better than 99.99% of the world, I can charge a very high rate for it. In fact, I've been working with some pretty large companies in New York City at the rate of $1,000 per hour. It's funny because for one of these clients, when I told them what my rate was, they jokingly said, "Wow, that's more than what we pay all of our lawyers combined." But they signed the contract anyways because the skill I have is so rare. You can find lawyers anywhere, but an expert on growing a YouTube channel isn't that common. And that's what really separates the rich from the poor. The poor either don't have any sort of education and are stuck working low-income skill jobs, or they bust their ass off, spend years going to college and maybe grad school, and end up with a medium-income skill job for the rest of their life. And no matter how hard they work, no matter how many years they put into their occupation, their hourly wage doesn't change that much. You could be a doctor for 40 years and have your pay jump from $75 per hour to $100 per hour, and chances are it's not going to go any higher than that. In order to become rich, in order to make millions of dollars, you need to develop a high income skill, something that you can charge thousands of dollars for. And unlike spending time on medium income skills, the more you develop your high income skill, the more money you will make. Now you might be thinking, improvement pill, I don't have a massive YouTube channel. I can't be a YouTube consultant. That's something that would take me years or even decades to build. How can I develop my own high income skill? Well, there's tons of high income skills out there that don't require nearly as much of a wait time as YouTube consulting. One of which I started developing just a couple of months ago, and it's already made me tens of thousands of dollars. It's called high ticket closing. It's a high income skill that you can develop at a reasonable speed without having to dedicate years like YouTube would. In fact, it only took me a couple of weeks before I started making money using this high income skill. And I actually want to share this skill with you guys because I know it's something that will make some of you very, and I mean very rich. But I don't have too much time in this video, so I'm actually going to be hosting a free training with the guy who personally taught me this skill, Dan Locke. All you have to do is click on the link in the description box below to sign up for the free training. Now, a high income skill also provides a very important benefit that low and medium income skills don't provide. In this day and age, the sad truth is that low and medium income jobs are facing a lot of problems. Because low income jobs are so easy to learn, companies are starting to use machines and AIs to replace human workers. You can see this with McDonald's, who started replacing their cashiers with touchscreen machines to take your order in their restaurants. But what about medium income jobs? Aren't they a bit more secure? Well, yes, they are, but things are changing there as well. I had a friend whose father was a high-ranking technician at a book factory. He spent his entire working career, over 30 years, years in that factory and was just laid off last year. The printing business just isn't as lucrative as it was in the past. That's the bad thing about low and medium income skill jobs. You essentially put all of your eggs in one basket and your job is dependent on factors outside of what you can control. So if you lose your job due to a change in the economy or some other factor you can't control, you're screwed. High-income skills, on the other hand, are much more flexible. You can develop multiple high-income skills. In fact, most rich people have multiple high-income skills, and this is something that I'm working on as well. I'm dedicating more of my time into becoming an expert at high-ticket closing and also coaching so that I can add those skills to my arsenal. So if, God forbid, for some reason YouTube goes down in the future, I'll have other options that can make me just as much money. That's the power of high-income skills. They provide you flexibility, security, and on top of that, they can make you so much more money than low and medium income skilled jobs. See, what separates the rich from the poor is their relationship to high income skills. Most poor people never develop a single high income skill in their entire life. In fact, most poor people have never even heard of such a thing. While on the other hand, the rich are constantly developing multiple ones because they know just how important they are, especially when it comes down to making a lot of money and